Wait, what day?
I'm gonna say this is gonna be weird. Not reading the text and instead hearing you talking. This is gonna be a weird change of pace.
Well, of course, I'd also... It's gotta have sync issue as well.
Right. Obviously, in terms of viewing, but
Alright, did you make the post about this on Twitter as well, or...
no. But I did mention of how we were testing something. So
Okay, because that would probably explain why each recording that I've seen you do hasn't really been continuing to let it work with other stuff. Might as well pull up Twitch. We are now live.
all right then. I think we can officially start now. Which, again, this is gonna be a weird setup. But all right then. So, welcome everyone to the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary oh gosh, that's Porky Pig has already entered into the frame.
Good start, everyone!
Alright, let's try that again. Welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary stream, everybody. And so, we're continuing on from the last stream. However, though, this time we have something different. So, for those that have been watching the streams from time to time, you probably noticed that I was chatting with somebody by the name of Mekachu. Well,
Short for NBC Mekachu.
NBC Mekachu. But I refer to him as Mech for short. But anyway, with that being said, instead of him being on chat, he is actually live, I suppose, technically on chat, but from a different chat, Discord chat per se.
Yeah, you could say that.
So, after doing a little bit of testing and everything like that, I was able to get it to where you can hear me and him now.
And so far, there isn't any issues with the stream at all in regards to performance, but we'll figure that out the moment we actually get into the game.
Correct. We'll find out for sure, because one of the biggest issues that I was afraid of trying to do when it comes to using Discord and, in this case, OBS, at the same time was because of the fact that, you know, Delmar was on Discord, and then I tried streaming, which apparently never worked. But since we're on the same connection line, technically, it seems to be balanced so far.
There's a reason why I say OBS ends with BS.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, alright then. I think now we're ready to proceed on into the game. And
last time on Kingdom Hearts, Rechain of Memories.
Chain of Memories. Because the Rechain of Memories would have been like the PS2 style of graphics. This is Chain of Memories, which is the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, so do you want to continue voicing Riku, or should...
Yeah, I'll still voice as Riku, but if you'll voice as Mickey, that will help out tremendously. Because obviously...
It'd be an honor!
There we go, that's a lot better. Alright then, so... the next world we should be entering in is Destiny Islands. Yep, Destiny Islands.
The one world where Riku has friends.
Yeah, but it's been altered, so which you will see soon enough. I never thought I missed this island win so much. Funny, there was a time I couldn't wait to get off this rock. And now I'm acting all relieved. Is that?
You've done your traveling already.
Hey! What's with you guys? I don't think I've ever seen the three of you so quiet.
We're in a cult now.
Wait, is there something on my face? Guys?
Okay, real talk. When I saw them vanish, I was reminded of the meme of "Change the world, my final message, goodbye," and they just fade away. Also, just a heads up, the stream is a couple seconds off from the call being played live, so there might be a bit of a delay in when I actually read.
Right. I mean, that's to be expected. Also, I'm not looking forward to playing with this deck right now. This deck is already showing not so good effects. Thankfully, I did level grind, so that will help a little bit.
Oh, to answer your question from last stream in regards to Ridley, he did appear blue in Metroid Fusion, according to my friend Cyrese.
Ah, okay.
Granted, it was an X-Parasite in his likeness, but yeah.
That would make sense. Oh, these Pospires are definitely doing a good job of killing me.
Kind of brings you back to old times having a commentator, huh?
Yeah.
Hell, I'm even a pun lord like your brother.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, there goes the DuckTales pogo stick.
Yep.
They're good. Alright, and now we have the Newts.
You know, I just have to wonder, were they, I mean, this is just theoretically asking the question, of course, but I wonder if they were designed to be added into Wonderland prior to the final mix version, or did they just come up with it, like, I'm not sure what I was trying to think of, but, because, I mean, in Wonderland, they didn't really have too many variant Heartless that ties with Wonderland, other than the white mushrooms that would show up on random occasions.
Oh, okay, this might just be a bit of a tangent, but because of the fact that they were in robes, I always called them the Mush Mages. Because they rely on you to mimic certain spells.
Right.
Oh hey, you're fighting Tyriamon now! I'm sorry, I'm just really giddy at the moment.
Because we were able to get all this working.
Keep in mind, folks, if this didn't work, we were gonna just go with using the... we were just thinking of, for our plan B, having it be just us on the phone. Which, in theory, shouldn't really mess up anything at all.
It's just the audio quality would be bad on Mech's end.
And I would need to make sure that I have a headset or earbuds plugged in so that way it didn't echo.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna actually have a listen to the music.
Really need to start using the Oogie card more often.
So what Pokemon would you say the Crescendo would look like?
I'm not 100% certain.
Like, we know what the dark ball would look like. It'd basically be Glalie.
Right. How does the map look on this? Oh, big, giant square. I wanted to say circle, but that's not right. It's a square.
I still think that the mouse ear on the cards looks like doorknobs.
They did to me too, but yeah, they. When you think about it in terms of the theming, it makes more sense that way.
Which is ironic, seeing that in this case there isn't a knob on the door you're opening.
Right. I'm trying to be selective of the cards that I'm going to be using, because quite frankly, we need to try to hang on as many cards as we can. But at the same time, I want to get through this world relatively quickly, because I do not like this deck. I do not like it one bit, Sam I am.
I'm Mekachu, not Sam. So then, would the elemental mage things be comparable to Shy Guys?
I probably think so, yeah.
Because Shy Guys come in different colors.
Right, they do. And after Kingdom Hearts 2, they start to redesign them with different colors, actually.
I completely forgot that the Credilli thing was there. The creeper plant, I mean.
Yeah.
Which coincidentally also has the same structural shape as a Minecraft creeper.
It does, doesn't it? I didn't even realize that.
Don't they even also explode?
The creeper plant? No.
Okay, what does it do?
Well, aside from what it can be done in Kingdom Hearts 2, it doesn't really do anything except either shoot at you or stabs you with its stems. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a reaction command that allows you to straight up uproot it.
Okay, the fact that you mentioned that it didn't do nothing, I'm just picturing you're in a Heartless battle and then a creeper plant's just like, "Hi, I'm here, I'm not really gonna do anything, you can hit me for the experience." Please don't ask why I sound like Stitch.
I don't know, it works.
I mean, the island is tropical.
Yes, it is.
Oh shoot, I just realized something.
What's that?
Summoning Stitch in San Fran, Tokyo.
What about it?
He was designed to absolutely decimate cities.
That is also true. I mean, it doesn't help that there's a... Oh my gosh. I've been so tempted of getting certain Stitch pop figures. One of them is Stitch basically destroying that little makeshift city that he built in Lilo's room. Yes. And I was just like, I don't know if I want that or him in the spaceship or him in the little toy... Well, not toy, but the ride-along rocket ship. I mean, there's a lot of good ones that they made of Stitch. And I was like, my gosh, am I going to have like a collection of Stitch pop figures?
I'm surprised they didn't make any of the other cousins, going off what you said. I figured Angel would have been their obvious move.
I believe they did do an Angel, but it was very limited. I may be wrong. I'm not sure.
So do you want me to voice Sora in this?
We could try, yeah. Kyrie? Hey, Kyrie, don't tell me you...
I don't feel so good.
No,
I had to.
it's funny. No, no, no.
I mean, we already have Death so I might as well.
Might as well, yeah, complete the trilogy of stuff to happen.
Surely you knew this would happen.
Why would I know that?
Give me a sec. The screen hasn't loaded up yet. You've been to a number of worlds in your memory before this one. And in those worlds, you've met only dark beings. Which would imply Kyrie would be of darkness somehow. I don't know, just don't question it. That's all that's left in your heart. Dark memories. Your memories of home are gone. Each and every one.
That's a lie. I remember everyone from the islands. Titus and Selfie and Waka. I said it right this time.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Kyrie and Sora too. They're my...
Your friends?
They're my friends.
Okay, I'm actually gonna see if I can find a transcript of Chain of Memories, so that way I'm able to work this.
Adequately read it.
Yeah, so that way we're not having to wait for me.
Fair point.
I guess for now, I'll continue this until you get to Darkside.
Right, because the Dark Side boss fight's going to take a long while. As we have learned.
Who will be those friends? Maybe it's your own actions that you forgot. You destroyed your home. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This is that night.
The islands you grew up on were sundered, scattered. Many hearts were lost to the darkness. Because of you. Because of what you did. I mean, I stumbled on my words.
No.
You hated being I almost read that as insider. See, you're not the only one that stumbles.
I feel better now.
You hated being I almost did it again!
Wow.
You hated being an islander, cut off from other worlds. So you opened the door to darkness and destroyed the islands. You did that. And by islands, I'm pretty sure there was only ever one instance of you just being on the one island. As far as I'm aware, past games don't depict it being plural.
Yeah, I'm not even sure about the mainland that they were actually being a part of. Because the island they visit.
What, did they just take a boat to go to school or some shit?
That's a funny thing, because the island is just their play area, actually. In Kingdom Hearts 2, we actually get to see their hometown.
Oh.
It's weird, I know. We don't actually see their actual, visible world. We just see the island itself. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, we do get a glimpse of what their town looks like almost.
Okay, anyways, and now you belong to the darkness. I don't wanna be alone in the darkness. Okay, I got the game script up. Let's see. Look at what you are.
This can't be me.
You battle Darkseid and get experience and the Darkseid enemy card of winning. Okay, the fact that it reaches out with its fist, it kind of reminds me of that one famous painting of those angels reaching out to the one person sitting, or not sitting, lying down, and he reaches out with his finger.
I think so, yeah.
You know what one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that'd be weird depiction right there.
I mean, of course, they wouldn't be naked.
Thank goodness, but still.
After all, this is still a kid's game.
So far, this is going along pretty smoothly. He doesn't have nearly as much HP as he did with Sora for some reason.
I don't recall mentioning this during your run with Sora against this boss, but I feel like if this game was on the DS, dual screens would definitely have benefited this fight.
It definitely would have, yeah. I could definitely see how it would work.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna pose like the Wii Fit trainer while I puff in and out of smoke. Oh, you got a skirt, huh? Fashionable. That's still not gonna stop me.
Surprisingly, that's somewhat effective. Oh gosh.
That's a sign of how far back it is for me. You still planning to do that for the highlight reel, right?
Yeah, I do.
Either that or the bit from the Animaniacs where they go boingy boingy boingy.
Darksider's just like, what just happened?
Wait, what the? So who exactly do you think they modeled the face of the dark side off of?
I'm not sure.
Because to me, like, the fact it has multiple tendrils kind of gives me the impression that it's supposed to be Eldritch.
Possibly. That honestly worked it better than I thought it would.
Yep. Excuse me.
Oh, that's funny to me.
Just a warning. Expect that to happen a lot.
Just random burps.
Okay, remember when I said that Sora's glove in the HP boost icon looked like as if it had an eyeball?
Yeah.
Riku's looks like it has part of the fucking Triforce.
Kinda does. Why is that? Sora! Stop it, Sora! Don't you recognize me?
Yeah, I recognize you. I can see exactly what you've become.
Ah!
Look at you, shrinking away from the light. You're not Riku anymore. You're just a pawn of the darkness. So be it. It's time for you to face the light.
I'm fading, consumed by the light.
Blinded by light.
So blinded you can barely see Riku. You won't fade. You can't fade. No power can defeat you. Not the light, not the dark. So don't run from the light, and don't fear the darkness. Both will make you stronger. Darkness too?
Is it right if I try Kyrie for this?
Oh sure, definitely.
Especially darkness. Because that power is yours alone. Darkness in your heart is vast and deep. But if you can stare into it unflinching, you'll never know fear again.
All this time, I've been pushing the darkness away.
Just be brave. You know that the darkness is there, and don't give in. Do that, and you'll gain strength unlike any other. You'll be able to escape the deepest darkness.
And I'll be able to see through the brightest light.
Follow the darkness, Riku. It'll show you the way to the friends you miss.
Do you know the way?
But can I face them?
You don't want to?
You know I do. And I will. The darkness, my darkness, will show me the way.
Do you know the way?
Darkness, awaken!
Impossible! How did you find me in the light?
You reek of the dark. Even the light can't block the smell. I followed the darkness right to you.
After all your protests, you're still just another Darkling.
I know who I am.
Since when? You were terrified of the dark before.
I'm not now.
Hypocrite.
That's another thing that's different from the GBA to the Read Chain of Memories version, is the fact that in the Read Chain of Memories, we actually fought against Sexion. In this one, we don't. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, because this boss is kind of gauntleted, isn't it?
Very. So, he got away.
Alright. Let me know when we get to the next part of dialogue because I'm looking at the transcript.
Okay.
Excuse me. Expect to have a burp counter.
All right. We will do that.
I just realized from the back the shadow's kind of looking sectoid.
They kind of do. Their antennas doesn't help any better.
I mean, I guess it kind of works with their design trying to be that of a creepy crawly. Quite literally, seeing that they collapse in on themselves as they move around.
Right.
What is he? No one's ever worn the darkness the way he does. It's not possible!
Guess who?
What? Riku! Oh, yes, of course. Zexian's replica. Good thinking. We could use this Riku to defeat the real one, Axel. Say, Riku, it must be hard now that you know you're not real. I bet you'd like to be real. Yeah. Well, you can. All you need is strength that the real Riku doesn't have. Get that? And you can be a new person. Your own person. Not Riku. Not anybody else. You won't become someone else's copy. You'll be you. Axel, what are you telling him? You know, I bet he's as good a place to start as any. Have you lost your mind? Sorry, Zex. Saving you doesn't seem half as entertaining as observing Sora and Riku. No! Stop!
Pretty terrifying. Riku. Who's there?
Okay, I'm just gonna ask for the one time.
What?
I know you can feel it, Riku. The grip I have on your heart. You'd let the darkness in. All consuming darkness is what your heart shall become.
What? Did that hurt your throat?
It tickled a little, yeah, but not really.
I think we could probably just skip through the rest of his dialogue now.
Oh gosh.
I'm not like that anymore.
I
think you are.
I can't move.
The deeper the darkness runs in you, the stronger I become. Controlling your body is an effortless task. Ah! You again.
Golly, I'm glad I made it in time. This should keep Handsome tied up for a while. Sorry couldn't make it sooner, Riku.
Your Majesty, it's you.
You betcha. Ah, hey! Cut it out! That tickles!
This time you're real. No illusions. I'm so glad you came.
I promised, didn't I?
Don't worry. I'm okay. I'm just really relieved. That's all. I've been lonely so long that having someone else around is a little overwhelming. But how did you get here, Your Majesty? I thought you were really far away.
Drugs! This card showed me the way. I was looking for a way out of the realm of darkness, and then this card came along. As soon as I picked it up, it showed me your heart. Way out beyond the darkness. And that's how I tracked you down. I had to go through all those worlds and everything. Do you know what it was like to have to go through Atlanta? I was a pufferfish for crying out loud.
Oh gosh.
I guess the card thought it belonged to you.
Maybe you're right.
You glad you got me on board?
Yes. The dream just got a lot more interesting.
Oh, what a coincidence! Mickey joined you around this time at the same time I joined you for the stream. It's all connected!
Where am I now? I don't remember this place. Your Majesty, do you know where we are? Your Majesty? Are you voicing Ansem or...
Sure.
Okay.
His Majesty is not here. You must battle me and the darkness alone. Giving up already? Then accept your fate. Accept Ansem as your master.
You're not Ansem. Your scent is different. The Ansem in my heart smells darker, more foul. But not you. It's not darkness I smell. It's something else. I know. You're the one who guided me when this all started. You pretended to be Ansem and gave me the card to make me face the darkness.
Correct.
Call me Diz. It's as good as a name as any. I've been waiting for you. I've been watching you all along.
Who are you really? What do you want from me?
I want you to choose.
Choose?
You're special. You exist between light and dark. You stand in the twilight. I want you to meet Nominee. Then choose.
Nominee? Who's that?
You'll just have to meet her and find out.
Hey, wait a sec.
I have to go now. My people need me.
Hopefully the deck's a little bit better than frickin' Destiny Islands.
Okay, have you seen Dr. Dolittle?
Yes, I have.
And how the dog was telling the young Doolittle why dogs sniff each other?
Yeah.
When Riku mentions how he could smell people, it's either that or the bit from Up where Doug says, "I can smell you."
Well, we can get through this world a little bit better now.
Note to self, if there's a meme template of the Doug scene from Up where he says, "I can smell you," put that in place of Riku.
I will try to find that.
Thank you. If possible, you could probably just, like, edit the clips. I'm pretty sure you know how to work your way around, like, video editing and putting pieces in the video.
Yeah.
You could probably put the scene of, like, of Russell and Bob meeting Doug and the statue of a man saying, "I can smell you," and it's just Riku there.
Oh gosh.
I am still not a fan of how they portrayed the air soldiers in 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, the design is absolutely incredible, but
At least rename it.
Yeah, it should have just been its own Heartless. I'm pretty sure, like, Harpies existed in the Greek mythology. You could have just called it a Harpus.
Easily, yeah, because I finally got around to recording that, actually, and whenever I was gathering image and stuff, I realized I only had one image of the Air Heartless, and it wasn't even the one that I was going to be talking about. I was like, wait, where did... Oh, that's right. Which threw me off so badly, too.
Speaking of throwing you off, Belly, I'm sorry for the last stream where I mentioned the Kingdom Hearts cross thing.
Oh, the Union Cross?
Where I compared a coughing to one of the Heartless from that game.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I knew some of the Heartlesses, but I didn't know all of them. In fact, I know some of them are... go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, you first. You're the host. You should have the right to speak on your own stream first and foremost.
Fair point. But I know that some of them are also seasonal designs in terms of like Halloween and Christmas.
Oh, that's what you meant by seasonal. I thought you meant like seasonal. Like there's Autumn Heartless, Summer Heartless, Winter Heartless, Spring Heartless.
Yeah, there are. But
Winter
more towards
Festival Heartless.
I mean, this is Japan, so they obviously have some kind of season version Heartless and stuff like that.
Okay.
I would not doubt it. I mean, they celebrate the cherry blossom fallings and stuff like that, so I have no doubt in my mind that they have something similar to that.
And now you know why Cherubi evolves into Cherim. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before with the Union Cross, I've made a lot of comparisons to Heartlesses in the past. But that thing is straight up just coughing.
It is. It wasn't until I saw the images like, yep, that is just coughing. That is weirdly coughing.
What's next? Are they just gonna utilize wheezing as well and make the Galarian one seasonal?
I wouldn't doubt it.
So what's your thoughts on the Galarian wheezing?
I like it, actually, in all honesty.
Do you like it because of the Dimmadome references that people have stunk to the high heavens, or do you genuinely like it on its own accord?
I just like it on its own accord. I mean, really, when you think about the region that it's supposed to represent and stuff, it works. And I personally like it.
Yeah, it's a reference to the Industrial Revolution, which started in the UK.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I was worried for a moment. I was like, I know there's should be a door, but where is it?
Wait a minute, does this door have... Okay, this one technically has doorknobs, but not in the shape that's depicted on the cards.
Maybe nominee is here. Is in words. Black cross words. Maybe nominee is in here.
Hang on.
Okay.
I lost my place while I was watching the thing. Hold it, real thing. Real thing. You make my heart sing.
Oh gosh.
Well, well. No, wait, actually, seeing it's a replica, shouldn't it make sense for you to voice this?
It would. So, all right then. Well, well, you've changed. Last time we met, you were afraid of the darkness, but not anymore. How can you tell?
I still think the dark side Riku looks like he's been absorbed by a venom symbiote.
It doesn't help the fact that the heartless symbol on the chest isn't even the heartless symbol anymore. It's just a weird outline.
Yeah, it looks like the Superman diamond.
Almost, yeah. Because I'm you.
And by you mean Venom with a skirt.
No, I'm me. I'm me, he says. It must be nice, being real. A fake like me could never get away with saying that. That's right, I'm a phony. The way I look, the way I feel, everything! I thought by finding some new strength I could be someone. Someone who's not you. But nothing changed. I'm still just empty. Everything about me is borrowed. As long as you're around, I'll never be anything better than a shadow. Alright, let's see how this goes.
So then, the fact that he's straight up a clone... I'm pretty sure I made this comparison before, so I apologize for bringing it up again. Would Recopy, as I'm calling him, be akin to Mewtwo?
Probably, yeah.
Because they did take a piece of Riku, technically, to create him. And even that, like, there's also the fact that his heart is fake. It's still a heart at the end of the day. The organization just created life.
Right. Oogie Card, where are you? Since Mickey hasn't been around to help my ass.
Well, you see, I'm not really into that gambling shit, so I'm outie 9,000.
Oh, fun!
So I recall that the weapon Riku uses here is called Soul Eater. Do any of the organization members name their own weapons?
Yeah, each weapon actually does have a name.
Okay.
You may not know it, but it does actually have a name. I only know that because of Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Mostly because of the fact that technically you can play as the other organization through mission mode.
I see.
Yeah, so technically the weapons do have a name. I forgot what they are, but they do have names. Also, we were able to be replica Riku. I'm surprised.
I'm looking at the darkness boost icon. I'm sorry if this is 18 plus, but that straight up just looks like a sprite of the female anatomy.
What is it now?
Okay, you know those diagrams they would show you in sex ed?
Yeah.
That looks like the females.
Oh dear. So, this is the end. Figures. But I'm not afraid. Good riddance to an artificial life. I never had a real heart. Even what I'm feeling now is probably fake. What are you feeling? What happens when someone who's not real dies? Where will my heart go? That is, if it doesn't disappear completely. It'll go somewhere. Probably the same place my heart will go. How original. Oh well.
Okay, you know that scene from Coco where I forget the name of the person that Miguel travels the world of the remembered?
The dog?
No, the skeleton man.
Oh. I don't know either.
I guess this is because of Castle of okay, no. The one scene where they explain if they've forgotten about in the mortal world, they just vanish from existence.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing that scene where the guy plays a song for the other one in his final moments over the scene where Recopy manages to crossfade out of existence.
Huh.
So then what aesthetic would you say Twilight Town has when it comes to its architecture?
Well, what's funny is that I remember whenever I was playing through Chain of Memories, and keep in mind this is just from the Game Boy Advance version. I mean, you have to look at it and you have to tell me what you think it is, but it made me think of like
Not too far off from what I was going to say. I was going to say it looked something out of either Spain or Italy.
Yeah, but then when we go into PS2 with Kingdom Hearts 2, all of a sudden the perspective changes for me, and it's like, oh, it's not what I thought it looked. That's weird. Again, it's the Chibi version, but even still, when you look at the buildings, it kind of throws you off.
Maybe the GBA version was the ghetto?
I guess.
Or the lower classmen?
Possibly.
Like, how different are we talking?
Like, the buildings look like they're made out of clay. And then whenever you go into... Huh?
In the PS2 version or this?
This. Like, when you look at them, they look like they're made out of pure clay. And then whenever you go into Kingdom Hearts 2, they look like normal buildings.
Well, I think that's probably also chucked up for the fact that it's in a nigh infinite sunset.
Yeah.
Evidenced even more so by the fact that the track that plays in the overworld is literally called Lazy Afternoons.
Yeah.
So I forget, what was the hub world equivalent for Traverse Town and Radiant Garden in Kingdom Hearts 3?
The hub world?
Yeah.
Um,
Because I want to say it was Twilight Town.
yeah, I mean, it essentially is, but it doesn't feel it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, compared to how Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 feels, where it's like a repeated world that you would visit, it didn't feel like it in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Also, seeing that I mentioned 3 with Twilight Town, I might as well.
Maybe this would be a good guide if fights are really nuts.
Oh gosh.
Please tell me you understood that.
Oh, I can't understand a word you're saying. That part I did understand. Oh gosh.
Yeah, if you guys didn't guess by that display, I'm still learning to do the Donald. It's self-taught.
The best I can do when it comes to a Donald voice is almost sounds like a boo half the time.
Okay, try doing that, but talking at the same time. Basically, you're just blowing out air. You're not even using your vocal cords for it. That's what I've learned.
This is how I sounded.
Okay, have you been able to do this noise?
Without trying to kill myself in the process of it?
I'd have to show you a video.
Yeah. It's not easy. Voice acting is not easy.
I mean, there's obviously the voices that can be relatively easy to master.
And then there's the ones that seem practically impossible. I'll be honest, most people that I've pulled that off with either get really impressed or freaked out.
It's one of those things where it's like, I've always wanted to try voice acting, but in hindsight, it's one of those things where it's like, it's very amateurish at times. The best... Go ahead.
My point is that the Flutter May voice, as I've dubbed it, usually freaks out people because, given my natural voice volume,
they wouldn't expect me to go and switch up this, like...
Yeah, on the fly.
Yeah.
Your nominee?
Okay.
Yes. Oh, perfect timing. I get to use the voice.
So, that was you.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind.
Please. Come this way.
Hey, it's Sora. What did you do to him?
nothing. He's just sleeping. He has to get his memory back.
Tell me what happened. I see. Sora chose to forget about this council and get his old memories.
You have a decision to make too.
Why? No one's been messing with my memories.
True, but then again, just because he forgets doesn't mean that those around him can't remember, and they'll go tell him that
You could basically just explain the fact that chain of memories happened to him even after the event, so it's. Oi!
Here we go!
Anyways.
it's not about your memories. It's about your darkness. In your heart is darkness. And in that darkness is
Answer him?
right now, he's at bay. But eventually, he'll awaken, and he'll conquer you when he does. Before that happens, let me lock your heart tight. I can make it so Ansem never escapes.
And what happens to me if I let you do that? Will I forget everything like Sora? I will, won't I?
The darkness in your heart will be sealed away along with your memory. You'll stop remembering the darkness. You could go back to the way you used to be. It's your choice, Rikyu. So, choose.
Sora looks like he hasn't got a care in the world. Will I sleep that well?
Mm-hmm.
Sora always did as he pleased. It doesn't matter what we were doing. He'd still go off and leave me with all the work. Take the raft we were gonna use to leave the islands. That was all me. I've made up my mind. When this slacker wakes up, I'm gonna tell him off good. I told him to take care of Kairi, and here he is taking a nap. But I can't chew him out if I've been sleeping too. Keep your lock. I'd rather just finish Ansem once. I'd rather just finish Ansem off once and for all.
But if the darkness he wields gets the better of you,
I'll make that darkness show me the way.
that's true.
Why do I get the feeling you knew I say that?
I didn't know. I hoped. I want you to face the darkness because you're the one who can.
So that's why you came to me in the light, as Kairi.
You knew?
I knew as soon as I met you. Somehow you smell the same.
That touch.
No kidding. Look after Sora.
I will. Just please don't ever sniff me again. That was creepy.
I'd rather have him say the phrase sense and not smell. I feel like that was a translation issue on their part.
Oh, God, imagine if he ended it with saying, smell you later.
Gosh!
I can definitely tell a lot of this shit's getting in the highlight reels.
Oh, gosh.
So if they made a Disney World on based off of the cartoons from the afternoon segments, if they had stuff from Tailspin, would the Air Pirates look like how they did pre-3?
I would imagine they would.
Maybe they could repurpose some of the Gummy Ship Heartless for air fights.
I could definitely see that. Either that or...
Wasn't there also a airship boss fight in Timeless River?
Not so much an airship boss, but there was an airplane Heartless.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning to talk about.
Yeah. So they could easily use that. Also, too, if I'm not mistaken, that's technically the final, door that we have to try to save cards for. I hope that's the case, because that means I can just blast through all these.
Yeah, it says, Riku walks off as you exit Twilight Town on this transcript.
Yeah, because unfortunately the exit is on the opposite end of the map.
Geez, if only there was a fast travel method.
And I know technically we still have Castle Oblivion, but I feel like we can... Personally, I think we can take on Ansem.
Ansem?
We may not be as high as level as I wanted to be, but considering how we handled Replica Riku, I think we can handle Ansem pretty well.
You know, I'm kind of torn as to whether or not to call him Recopy or Replica.
Actually, that's the thing. There's technically a name that the fan base has actually named him, and it's Replica Ku.
Why not call him Repliku?
That's
instead of Replica Ku. That sounds like it rolls off the tongue a lot better.
I believe that's probably what it is. You know me with my pronunciation is absolute garbage. It may be
You're
Repku.
too hard on yourself.
No, I suck at pronunciation. But then again, I don't know if Delmar told you this, but me and him went through speech therapy as kids.
I mean, like, still, you're. I feel like all the same, you are a little bit hard on yourself, and this is coming from someone who has to take medication for depression.
I guess, but I guess that depends on how you look at it, you know. But
Alright.
Anyway, Mickey,
So-
you're up.
You decided not to go to sleep, huh?
How'd you know that?
So, you whizzed on the electric fence.
I'm sorry, that's what I thought of after I read it.
Diz told me.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
I'm now just picturing that scene where Ren and Stimpy are in hell, and you see the demon, but instead of his face, it's the damn rat!
Gosh. Oh my gosh. This is it. This is where we're finally gonna die from laughing. Okay.
Okay, let's get back on the track.
Okay. You know him?
I'm not really sure. I can't help feeling that I met him somewhere before.
Hey, voice. Diz. Who are you?
I just realized that my past sprite looked like I was about to sneeze. And Diz kind of looks like Proton John.
In a weird way. Kind of.
Well, he shares resemblance with his profile picture.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Nobody. Or anybody. It all depends on whether you choose to believe in me or not.
Boy, you really like pushing decisions on other people.
And you pushed away slumber and chose to face Ansem.
What? Wrong answer?
I just realized the voice I'm giving Dez sounds more like Yen Sid.
It kind of resembles almost the same way. Like, I don't know who voiced it, Yang Sid, but the guy who voiced it as Ansem is, he's the same guy who, he was Count Dooku in Star Wars Episode 2 and 3. And he also...
That guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Huh. The more you know, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It was your answer.
And I was just here to watch.
Watch? As in support me, or watch...
Excuse me.
or watch me get toast?
You choose. Then you need only believe in your choice. Yeet!
I'm surprised how well that synced up. I was just guessing.
Nope, you did a really good job right there.
Note to future Blackcross, if this makes it into the highlight reel, zoom in on the portion where he throws the card.
Oh, gosh, buddy.
That card will draw the darkness inside you out of this world. In other words, you're being exorcised. Finish your business with Ansem. The power of Kingdom Hearts compels you.
Let's go, Your Majesty. So this card will draw Ansem out.
Don't you worry. Together, we can defeat him.
I'm glad you said that. But I have to face Ansem alone.
But why?
There's no point in doing this if I can't do it on my own. But I have a favor to ask. If Ansem wins, he's going to enslave me. If that happens, I want you to destroy...
Sure, I'll save you, pal.
Huh? You're not listening. I want you to destroy Ansem and me with...
No can do. I already made my choice. No matter what happens, I'm going to be there to help you. I'm not backing down. Unless you don't believe I'll come through for you.
It's my choice to believe or not. I know you've never let me down, Your Majesty.
Likewise. You won't lose. Not in a million years.
Not in a billion years.
Castle Oblivion.
Now then, for those of you that remember what the map looked like for Sora, you're about to see what the map looks like in Castle Oblivion for Riku. It's ridiculously stupid.
Ridiculous.
Show yourself, Ansem.
What's the rush? I'll be here. At the heart of darkness. I'll be waiting. watching as you plunge into the very darkness you wield. You get the Key of Beginnings card.
This is how short the map is. It's just 2 rooms before the main room itself.
No Heartless or anything?
I mean, they can be just save points if you want to make them. It's just, compared to what we had to go through for Sora, this is just a straight shot.
Why do the colors remind me of ice cream?
I can understand this one because of how plain it looks. But what about the blue and the orange?
Wait, that was orange? I thought that was brown.
Well, it looks orange to me. Maybe it is brown, I'm not sure. As we get closer, we'll find out what color it actually represents.
Oh, there's Shadows. Maybe we'll get to see Death-Thanos.
How about we just avoid him entirely?
You can't stop me, Chris. I am inevitable.
Well, at this point, we might as well see what this mystery door is going to open to.
Good thing you don't find defenders in the overworld.
Oh gosh! He's back!
I told you I am inevitable. I'm going to just stand here. That blade of yours, it just merely tickles. Do you like my shield? I named it Brutus. Oh, I see the wizard has come to help. Oh, you switched out into your skirt. You're cross-dressing on me now, are you?
Oh gosh.
Yes, I am now a wyvern! Where did you... Oh, there you are. Oh, stop that!
Gosh!
I still wonder if the Shadow, Neo Shadow, and Dark Side would have worked as an evolutionary line Pokemon style.
It would be interesting what it would.
Like, the Neo Shadow is the Charmeleon to the regular Shadow's Charmander. Only makes sense that the Dark Side is the Charizard to it all. Hell, it even has wings, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. Twitch, thank goodness the Darksiders don't fly.
According to all known laws of physics, the Dark Side shouldn't be able to fly. Its tiny wings should, in theory, make its fat body not be able to get off of the ground. Still, the Dark Side flies anyway.
Just to piss off players. I tell you, whenever 0.2 Fragmentary Passage came out and the trailer showed off the Darksider showing that freaking massive field and stuff like that, a lot of us were just like, the frick are we about to go into? But here we are, face to face with Ansem. Let's see how well we survive this.
Okay, can I say this one part because of the way it's gonna be laid out in the caption bubble?
How so?
Come on out, Ansem. I can smell you. Oh, I know what you can do. Your skill with darkness has matured. But I do not understand. You accept darkness and still refuse me. You and I are similar. We both follow where the darkness leads. We exist in the same space. So why deny me? But, excuse me. Perhaps some part of your heart still fears the dark.
Wrong. The truth is, you just really stink.
Is that why you said you can smell me? I've been meaning to take a shower, but being casted into your subconscious doesn't really give me that opportunity. Anyways, you're a fool to choose a fight with me. You've been conquered by me once before. You should know what sort of power you face.
Oh, I do. I used all the power you had to give, and still lost to Sora. I'm not impressed.
Very well.
Then sink into the dark abyss.
Alright, here we go.
I had to put a bit more emphasis on it. Okay, you can kind of understand what I meant when I mentioned the stands from JoJo with this instance, right?
Yeah. Oh, that fireball completely went past him.
He basically made Terra his stand. Which is kind of ironic, seeing he's just floating. And if he himself is also floating, then how exactly does that work?
Darkness.
Fair. I just realized, are we in a winter forest?
It's actually rock formation, but the GBA makes it look like a winter forest. So,
I was either gonna go with that or a Dr. Seuss illustration.
oh no! Oh, this ain't good.
Were you about to get hosed?
Oh, majorly!
We should be good, he says.
Never trust what I say with a grain of salt. Oh gosh!
And I wouldn't even say it'd be wise to trust it with a speck of dust.
I mean, that guardian of his is not helping.
Remember what happened with Vexen?
Yeah. Okay, that really helped it.
Just because you can cross-dress and pogo stick with your blade doesn't mean that you'll have the power to defeat me.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Nope, never mind. It's like, wait just a second, we're using Riku. He has all the enemy cards, and then I die.
He's like, wait a minute, I have an idea.
Yeah, too late. I'm going to try something, though. If I can manage to somehow get hits on him, that is, as we have just learned, the Guardian is going to be a pain in the ass.
Alright, continue talking about how you can smell each other. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. My brother entered the room.
It's fine. Please don't use a zero card. Probably risky to do stuff like this, but hey, it works.
Hey, sometimes you gotta live a little. Would I be using that phrase in the right context here?
Probably. We need to get some space between us. If you let me.
Oh, you know what I just realized the trapped Terra beast thing kind of looks like?
What's that?
He looks like the Yaoi Yahoo or like the vampire ghost things that were in the Scooby-Doo vampire movie.
Oh, you
Please tell me he doesn't have healing moves.
I hope not. This is actually starting to become really a pain in the butt.
Maybe that's the part he's smelling. Okay, I'll admit that one was a bad joke. Is he saying don't miss?
Submit is what he's trying to say.
Oh. I could also hear it saying take this.
Yeah.
This is literally the same scenario where I thought that Oogie said, "Aw, pity," instead of "Aw, baby."
We got him! We've almost got him! gonna let you win! No! Yes! Yes! Gosh!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Gosh! Talk about a fight! Oh man.
Insolent brat.
Ansem! You're finished.
Hardly finished. I gave you the dark. My shadow lingers. I will return.
I know you wanted to do this alone, but don't you mind a little help? Right? Let's go, Riku. So, Riku, what's next? Are you going home?
I don't know if I can. It's still there. His scent is faint, but not gone. I can't go home until it is. His darkness may still have a hold on me.
Your darkness belongs to you, just like your light. Until now, I thought darkness was nothing but bad. But my time with you made me change my mind. You've chosen a road I never thought of. Light and dark. Back to back. With you, they mingle in a way no one's ever seen before. I want to see where that road leads. And if it's okay, I want to walk that road with you.
Wow, Your Majesty. I don't know what to say. Thanks.
Oh, don't give me all that.
Fair enough, Mickey. I'm just now realizing we're practically done with Chain of Memories. I'm gonna miss this.
Why do I look so pissed off in this cutscene?
I don't know. What are you making me choose now? Neither.
Oh, I didn't know we were reading these.
It's alright. It's a cutscene, so it's kind of hard to read it all in once.
Well, I have the transcript up, so yeah.
The Road to Dawn.
I realize as I talk over all the lines.
It's fine.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say.
But we did it, guys. We beaten Chain of Memories.
We?
Okay,
It was you that was...
Fair enough, fair enough.
You wanted to fight it on alone.
But to be fair, you were with me in spirit.
Actually, the cards do kind of work rather similar to assist trophies in Smash and, in appearance, spirits.
Yeah, well, true. In a weird sense.
Hell, you could even equip them.
In Chain of Memories, it's world situation, but we'll go with that.
Well, in Riku's case, you can equip boss cards.
Yeah. Oh man.
So would you say that my back and forth with you is about the same as it is with Delmar, or slightly different?
I'm not sure. I want to say it feels similar, but with a slight twist in some ways. Like it's somewhat similar. Like your humor is, while it's performance-wise, it's the same. Material-wise, it's slightly different, I believe. Like, you know how sometimes you have actors that can execute the same line, but the process is slightly different? It's something like that.
So, like how in the Aladdin live-action remake, they had Will Smith do a lot of the charm and characteristic that Robin Williams gave the original Genie.
In a sense, yeah. Like, not in a bad way. Let's put... If anyone ever thought that the Will Smith version was bad, no, that's not what I meant. But...
Oh, far from. In fact, I'd say that the live-action Aladdin would probably be one of the better live-action adaptations.
I still need to see that one, though.
That, Jungle Book, and if you're really in the mood, Beauty and the Beast.
I've seen Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast, so... I'm not too far off. Although Delmar has mentioned of how Cinderella was really good. I don't know, because I hadn't seen that one.
I'm very interested on how they're going to handle Pinocchio.
I'm actually...
Why am I still doing Mickey voice?
You ask me! I mean, I was going along with it. I was like, I want to see how far he can make this last. I don't know why, but... But anyway, as for the Pinocchio live-action one, I'm looking forward to that. I saw the trailer for that, and I was actually impressed with what I saw so far. It's like, okay, you've got my attention so far.
I still wonder what a lot of these Disney bosses would have looked like with alt palettes for Riku.
It would be fun if they'd done something like that.
Kind of like how with the Mario and Luigi series, I think with Bowser's Inside Story, there were deluxe versions of the bosses.
Yeah.
Complete with their own palettes. I like how Ansem in that case, like he just stretched out his arms and looked up. He's like, "Give me a hug."
Maybe not that type of hug.
Let me feel the dark's cold embrace.
Oh gosh almighty. But I have to say, in terms of this performance, this actually turned out better than I thought. I'm actually curious as to how, if in theory, if we could do, like, you know, adding Delmar into the mix through Twitch or Discord as well. I don't know how well that would work, but you never know, because the fact that I can do this means that we could probably see other potential project streams in the future, you know what I mean? And not just the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary.
Yeah, this definitely opened up a whole new world. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Roxas.
And speaking of Roxas, that means in the next stream we get to finally start. Yay! We finally get to start on 358 over 2 days.
This will actually be interesting, assuming that we do the stream format like we did here the next time.
Yeah, because this actually turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I figured we were going to have complications starting out, and that we would have to try using the phone and stuff, but this worked out real nicely. This worked out real nicely. But
Plus, Days would be one of the very few games that I never really saw much of anything from.
which is a shame because it's actually, in terms of the handheld ports, it's one of the more, in my opinion, underrated games.
It's a reversion too.
No.
Okay, when you said ports,
Okay, let me rephrase that. Handheld versions of the Kingdom Hearts games. Because,
that would still imply it's a port.
I guess, I don't know how else to explain it, because technically it doesn't have console versions. It's always just been on the handheld. Whenever they put it on console, it was just the cutscenes. But it's one of those things where it's like, out of the handheld games of Kingdom Hearts, Days I've always felt was underrated. And that it should be talked about more often.
I definitely would be interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next stream. And especially considering the fact that technically, we are on the 13th anniversary of 358 over 2 days. It's been 13 years since that game got released. Which is funny, because it's involving Organization 13.
Sorry about that, I kind of had something.
Oh.
Now, what exactly did I miss from the dialogue?
Sorry, I was just saying of how 358 over 2 days is technically on its 13th anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah, which is ironic considering it's involving Organization 13.
Wouldn't it technically be 13 and a half because of Xion?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that complication later.
In a sense, Xion is the nobody to Sora's nobody.
Right. It's confusing. We'll have to touch bases on that once we get to that reveal and stuff like that, because I feel like there's a whole level of complication of explanation that needs to be defined, because it's one of those things where technically, partially, she's technically a replica who was supposed to mimic Roxas' powers, but she ended up taking part of Sora's memories with her, which solely belongs to Roxas, technically.
Oh, so that's why Sora doesn't know about Castle Oblivion.
Right.
Wait, is it really?
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure.
I was just joking.
It's one of those things where the small details tend to be missed, as we have seen in the series.
And again, Sora's entire journey
Is
it's about him forgetting Kairi and nearly becoming a pawn, when in actuality, the real story of this entire thing was about him forgetting the most important place of all, Deep Jungle.
How it got forgotten completely from the timeline.
Really, they could have put the Power Wild. Okay, maybe not the Bouncy Wild, but the Power Wild in particular could have been added in Pride Lands.
It would have been interesting to see them. What it would have. I mean, they made a reappearance in Kingdom Hearts 3, but would have been nice to see
they were
them.
in Twilight Town, though.
Yeah. Actually, they also showed up in the Tangle World.
And Caribbean.
Yeah, in Caribbean, I forgot, on some of the islands.
So how exactly does the worlds work in the case of pirates? Because in 2 it was Port Royal, and in 3 it's just the Caribbean.
Right.
Also, given how the 4th game is handled, if the Pirates World does feature, would that mean we'd be on Dead Men Tell No Tales because they skip a movie each time?
I'd probably say yes. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's to assume if they do plan on putting Pirates of the Caribbean in 4. Which, again, we don't know. We're still in that realms of, like, we have no idea at the moment. We just know from, like, different tidbits of information and stuff, which technically, when you think about it, can all be subject to change once the final game is done. It's just one of those things where we really don't have a clue at the current moment in time.
We'll just have to wait a bit.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys won't have...
And not have to wait 13 years.
Hopefully that's not the case. But thankfully for you guys, you won't have to wait nearly as long to see the next part of the 20th anniversary, where we'll be starting in on 358 over 2 days. So Mech, thank you so much for joining in as always, and for us trying this out.
I'm glad I was able to be the experimental person in this situation.
But
definitely paves the road for future collaborations.
Hopefully, yeah. But we will see you in the next stream, guys. So thank you so much. Have a good night.
Take care, guys.